You're watching International Pagan Radio, where it's all pagan, all the time.
Hey,
What is going on, everybody? Cloud the Pagan Rapper here with we're International Pagan Radio here on YouTube, and I am sitting here with none other than Sue Balaschak.
perfect.
I got it. Yes. All right. So, yes, we are sitting here with Sue Balaschak. I'm going to keep saying it to make sure I get it right. And she is from Primal Rhythm. All right. And by all means, tell us about Primal Rhythm. Tell us about what it is that you guys do.
Okay, well, first of all, hey, everyone. Thanks for having me, Cloud.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Primal Rhythm. What we do, I like to say, we are a kick-ass, all-female drum ensemble or tribe, however you want to go. I like to call it an ensemble because the type of songs that we do are truly an ensemble, an orchestra of drums. I'm getting right into it already. What we do, everyone typically plays a different part, and we put it together as an actual ensemble. So that's why, again, I'm repeating myself. I like to call it an ensemble, an orchestra of drums and percussion.
Yes. And that is wonderful. And I will say you hit it on the head with kick ass because Primal Rhythm definitely does kick ass, which is why I was so excited to have you come on to talk about
Thanks.
what you ladies are doing with that.
That's cool.
Absolutely. And so, like, what's the history behind it? How long have you been doing the Primal Rhythm thing?
Okay, first of all, Primal Rhythm started out as a brand for me. Back in 2005, I was doing drum workshops, facilitating drum circles, and the history of it is it was winter and there wasn't any drum circles going on, and people were asking me about them and stuff, and I thought, I'm going to put together a record that people can use so they can have a drum circle, as I say, in their living room when it's a snowy day or a rainy day, or they're maybe rural and there isn't anywhere to go local. So they have something to jam to when it's not festival time. And so I did Primal Rhythm 1. And I also added the first 3 tracks as a workshop call and response, which is a very common thing to do in a drum workshop. So I kind of created it to be a workshop / drum simulation of a drum circle. And it went over really well. I actually was really, really humbled and really impressed that and very gracious, of course, that it did really well. And people started using it for yoga, and I had some really good national reviews. I actually had a really great review back in 2005 in Pagan magazine. Then a movie company called me, and they used some of the track pieces for soundtrack for a documentary, and that toured the Sundance Film Festival and ended up being on public PBS. So again, that Primal Rhythm 1 record was out of, I'm a little bored over this winter and I'm going to do it and just for fun, and it ended up doing really well. So I'm getting long-winded here, but that's how the Primal Rhythm Ensemble came about back in, then fast forward to like 2010, I had a break from Burning Sage, and Lynn took some time off, and I thought, well, I'm going to pick up Primal Rhythm again. And I had this idea come out of the universe, tell me, put together an all-female kick-ass drum band and take Primal Rhythm records to life. And I thought, oh, when you get that aha moment and you go,
Yep.
that's a good idea.
Absolutely.
Ooh, yeah. So when that popped into my head, I'm like, oh, that sounds like a great project. So that's what I did. So we toured actually for a couple years, and Lynn came back to Sage, and I backburned Primal Rhythm, and Sage went back out on tour again. And with COVID, we backburned Sage again. We decided that for rehearsal and stuff like that, and Lynn has grandkids and stuff like that. Sage is on the back burn, and so here I am bringing Primal Rhythm back, and we're going strong. This time we're going strong.
Well, that is awesome. I do have to say, like, with, having multiple projects going,
Right.
it is definitely difficult to juggle the two, sometimes three, depending on, what you're into.
Right.
And, like, I currently don't have any projects going myself, right? But I understand, because I've definitely been a part of multiple projects.
Yeah.
Now, never a touring project, so that has to be even crazier.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times when I was booking Sage, and people would say, "Hey, you're still doing Primal Rhythm," and so a lot of times we would kind of put a little bit of Primal Rhythm into the Sage show. I mean, like maybe one or two songs. We'd kind of showcase some drum ensemble stuff. Because people would ask for it. And so 'cause people like drums, people like drumming.
People do like drumming. I'm a big fan of drumming myself. I have multiple drums in my house.
Oh,
But you being a part of a drum ensemble, if you will,
yeah.
how many drums do you guys actually have? Like not you personally, and like the band as a whole? Because I've seen some live video of Primal Rhythm, and it's just drums everywhere. And I just like, how many drums is that actually? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, actually, when thankfully it looks like there's a good possibility that we can festival next year. For festival, there will be more drums than what you're seeing, because our rehearsal space is limited. And so I don't have everything out. But currently there are about 9 or 10 drums on for our shows. For our internet shows, there's about 10 drums.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have to say, and you know what, I am looking forward to the re-festivaling, if you will, because there's a lot of people that I've met online during this pandemic that I can't wait to shake hands with and put a face to.
Yeah, I tell you, Saturday, we're recording this on Tuesday. This past Saturday, some very good friends of mine are the Outlaws I&I, which is a reggae band, Cleveland reggae
Yes.
band. Check them out, Outlaws I&I. And I&I is in Jamaica means you and me. Because I asked them, I said, what's the I&I? And the I&I means you and me. So Outlaws I&I. And they had a gig. They had a local gig. One of the clubs booked them, and we played. They asked Primal Rhythm to play, and because of COVID, I declined having the whole band play. But Michelle and I sat in on their first set, and we bumped the time up. The club bumped the time up that the show started at 6:30, so everyone could be out because we have a curfew at 10.
Yeah.
So we had 2 sets, and we were out of there by 9:30, 10 o'clock. But I have to tell you, I even posted it on Facebook, that when my foot crossed that threshold of that club, I was so grateful, and I actually gave thanks. Thank you so much to the universe for being able to step across a threshold and be able to perform a gig, because it's been a year. It has been a year.
Yeah.
And I felt so blessed, and truly will never, ever, ever give the gift of music for granted. Never.
Well, speaking of the gift of music,
Yes.
I think it's time that we hear some music.
Oh, cool.
So you graciously sent me a track here, and it's called Crossroads. Okay, so we're gonna give this track a listen. Okay, and we'll be right back.
All right.
All right, we're back. What'd you think about that, everybody? Everybody go ahead and drop a comment down below and let us know
Cool.
what you think of that excellent track. That was Crossroads by Primal Rhythm. I love it. I love it. The drums. Can I say? I mean, me being a rapper myself, I obviously love drums. You know?
Yeah. You're all about the rhythm, man.
Yeah, drums and poetry, they go hand in hand, you know?
They
So
do.
I'm really all about it. And I'm looking forward to actually seeing you guys live and maybe even jamming a little bit on some drums with the
Oh,
festival, because
yeah.
that's
Heck yeah.
definitely something that I can get down with. So what have we been doing during the pandemic? Have you been focused on writing, recording, anything like that? Or
Okay, I have a couple other songs on the back burner that I haven't finished that are started. I probably will get them out over winter. Um, I am, like most musicians, we're adapting to internet concerts.
yep.
So invested a little bit in some of this, invested a little bit in some of that. I just got a couple little pin spots and I bought some new wash lights. So not this concert that I have coming up, but hopefully the concert in December that I am hopeful to have. I'll have some new wash lights and some new pin spots and stuff. So yeah, and just adapting and keeping busy and networking, doing a lot of networking at this time. Everybody's networking.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, and my dude at gonna give a shout out to Sweetwater, where a lot of people get their gear. And my guy there, he says they are crazy busy, because of pandemic, because everyone's has to upgrade. Everyone's upgrading. Everyone's, buying, buying recording, buying video, buying, what do I want to call them? I can't think of the word right now. Interfaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Sweetwater. Everything on my end that you're hearing from the audio came from Sweetwater.
Right.
And I also bought a new guitar from them during the pandemic. I've been all over the place with
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely, and talking about adapting, making these investments for these internet shows and stuff like that. Now, I personally feel that this is good for a side project. You go on tour, you hit all the festivals, you do the festival circuit, which I am personally really looking forward to doing myself, as I don't have any under my belt yet. Because I just put my first album out in March and then pandemic. So what we're looking at is we're doing these internet things now. We're doing online concert thing, for example, Facebook Live, a whole bunch of different other platforms are available now for us to perform our music. So when we get out touring, it's still good to have that investment made, because there's Patreon and there's other things like that where you can have patrons who will pay a small fee monthly, and you can give them exclusive content. You already have the setup to do it. So
Right
that's
on.
something that's really awesome that you could do when everything keeps going forward.
Yeah, and a lot of people, the other thing that I've been doing during the pandemic is I started teaching again. And so I have some steady students, and I've been doing drum workshops, local Cleveland, local workshops and stuff like that. And, the one girl, she says, I have small kids, and I'm not sure about bringing my kids to some of the festivals yet because they're busy with T-ball and this and that, and the distance to travel, the money it takes to go to festival and stuff. And she says, I really appreciate the community doing the online shows because I can have my kids experience the Pagan musicians and the music and see and experience. And so for me, she's loving it. For her, she's loving it. Another woman mentioned to me that she's an extreme introvert and she's not comfortable going to festival, and has always heard about and listens to, I'm not sure what radio station, but listens to radio, but now she can see the musicians live as well. So there's a lot of positive feedback that I'm hearing that, maybe we forget about thinking about.
Yes, absolutely. And, it's good to be able to, like I said, like I was saying, to have that platform for people, because what it does is it expands the possibilities as a musician.
Exactly. Exactly.
So now, post pandemic, when everything starts getting a little bit back to normal, I don't know if it's ever going to get fully normal, but kind of back to normal. What's the plan?
The plan is to keep rocking. I would love to book Primal Rhythm to a festival. We do have a couple booked already. Hopefully they will, come into fruition for next year. And yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging away. We're gonna play as many. I love playing outdoor festivals. It's really nice with the band to have interaction with people drumming, and yeah, I'm the same, just more of the same, but more and more, more of the same, but more and more. Yeah, festival, play some local stuff with my reggae band buds. They're pretty popular in Cleveland, so we'll probably do some Cleveland rib burn off and stuff like that. But we definitely want to tour the Pagan festivals and music festivals, and I'm gonna keep recording, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
All right. Now, do we have anything new coming out? Any new releases planned, or?
Well, as mentioned, I have two started, two in the can, we call it. I have two in the can started. They're not done yet, and I hope to have them. Honestly, they should be out by the first of the year.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Absolutely. And when you do release them, let me know,
Okay,
and I could put together a little video about them, and
that'd be
try to drum up some traffic for you there. That's for sure.
that'd be cool.
So you also have a show on IPR radio,
Yes.
right? So I mean, since we're on the IPR YouTube, feel free to plug your show. Let's talk a little bit about what it is that you do on your show.
Okay. Drumming ceremony airs on Sundays, 4 a.m., noon, and 8 p.m. Lynn and I, from Burning Sage, Lynn and I, we started the drumming ceremony. Again, it was one of those things it was one of those aha things that popped into my head. And I thought, it'd be cool to do a drum show. And I didn't even ask Lynn. I had this idea. It'd be cool to do a drum show. It'd be cool to put a drum circle on the radio for people to drum to. And initially the idea was to have a drum circle. And then I thought, I'm going to ask Lynn to come on and do a few chants. And that was the initial idea. And so I presented it to William and Chuck. I think William first. And William says, yeah, it's a great idea. And then I talked to Chuck. Chuck was agreement. Yeah, great idea. Then after I got the okay, I said, hey, Lynn, I got this idea. This is what we're going to do. And she says, what are we going to do? And I says, we're going to do a radio show. And she says, okay. And so Lynn created the prayer. She wanted to include the prayers, and I thought it was a beautiful thing. And she does so good with that. So she initiated the prayers and the chants and all that, and it turned into a great show. It was a great show. And I just, again, love working with Lynn, and we had a lot of laughs too. But then again, COVID came, and she decided to take a break. And I thought, well, I'm going to keep the radio show going, and hopefully I won't lose a bunch of fans. So it's slowly evolving into the drum circle. That has not changed. And I'm just last month I decided I'm going to do my own chant, but it's going to be a drum and chant. And I'm not a lyricist, so I'm looking online for chants. And I thought what I would do is I would now teach the drum part to the chant. So it's kind of leaning more towards the drumming aspect of it. And so if you want to learn a little bit of drumming, what I play to the chant, I kind of give a 5-minute instruction on it. Like this is what I'm playing to this song, and then we play it and sing it. And then of course the half-hour drum circle. So that's what it's evolving into, and I hope that people enjoy it.
I enjoy it. I've caught it many times. That's why I wanted to make sure we brought it up. And I have sat down with bongos and drummed along with it.
Cool.
And it creates an experience from home. And I think it's amazing that experience can be created through the internet, you know?
Thank you.
So like where we're sitting here, you know, you're in Cleveland, I'm in New Jersey,
Right.
you know, and here we are, I'm jamming right with you. It's really something special.
That's what I had hoped for.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that, you know, we're really, really glad about. I mean, I like, as soon as I realized, like, oh, it's 8:00, like, there I am, you know?
That's cool.
And I just, you know, want to say thank you for everything that you have been doing with all of that, because there are a lot of drum circles out there. You know, there's a lot of drum ensembles out there and all of that, but you know what you guys are doing with Primal Rhythm is awesome. It
Cool.
really is.
Appreciate that.
And I really, you know, I appreciate the music. You know, it's very energetic, gets you going, you know, gets you want to start moving. Every
Right.
now and then you guys will break into something where I kind of want to freestyle a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, no, don't do that.
Go.
But, you know, it's something that, you know, it speaks to me. And I'm sure it speaks to a lot of other people out there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So we do have a treat for you guys. All right. We have a treat. We're going to play a live performance when we close this out. All right. And so definitely stick around for that. Okay. But I just want to say one more time, thank you for coming on with me and talking about Primal Rhythm.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's been an absolute blast. We should totally do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
And I look forward to seeing you out on the road.
Okay. Hey, I would like to say to everybody out there that supports independent artists and supports me, I really, really appreciate it. All the people that send me texts and listens to the radio and jams on Sunday and comes up to me at festival. I want to make sure that I'm approachable. So please do. Even if I have my game face on before the show, catch me after the show. Yeah, I've been told that I'm too serious right before the show. So, but that's only because I'm getting prepared.
Yeah, you're getting in the zone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Afterwards, please approach me. And I love you all. I love you all, and give your drums big hugs. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. Definitely stick around for this video. Okay. And we're going to be back with another artist spotlight video sometime soon. But until then, I want you guys to enjoy this. So until next time, I'm Cloud the Pagan Rapper here with IPR Radio, and bright blessings and blessed be, y'all.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Cloud here, and I just want to let you know about our IPR shop, where you can go and purchase IPR merch and help support the station. If you want to support without purchasing any merch, you can go to our main page and you can click the donate button, and from there, you can donate to help support the station as well. We also have advertising slots available for all you business owners out there. For an advertising slot, email manager@internationalpaganradio.com for more info. And thanks for listening to IPR, where it's all pagan all the time.